in the Open, a senior level U.S. Open champion on the mat here tonight.
Yeah, it's impressive. She had a great run. You know, in the finals, she beat Jen Page, who went on to win a bronze medal at the World Championship. She stood toe-to-toe with Kayla Miracle, and now you're right back. You have a #1 versus #1 matchup, but I would think her confidence is sky high, and I imagine her to come out and be offensive right off the bat.
Whistle blown. We are now underway in the red. That's Yele Aycock taking on Adaugo Nwachukwu in the blue.
You know, one emphasis in freestyle, they don't want you finger fighting. They want to encourage as much wrestling as possible. So, you know, Sammy stepped in right away and said, "Hey guys, we want to open this up. We want to keep our action going." Attacking the 2-on-1. You want to get head position on the 2-on-1. If not, you're kind of just holding position. However, you know, again, just by holding center. Oh, nice double leg.
Double, and puts her down. That's going to be a takedown for Nwachukwu. Good little level change right into the shot. Gets a quick finish.
So you don't have a lot of time. They started to give us a lot more time working here, but they're going to kind of give you a chance to really look to get for that first turn, maybe a second turn, and they're going to bring you up. Way to recover there, but you know, obviously getting taken down there in that double leg, getting her knees apart, making sure she can get leg lace, and then did a good job defending and no gut wrench. So you know, get right back up. Now you're still one takedown away from taking the lead in this match.
Another double from space for Nwachukwu, this time defended by Yele Aycock.
She was looking for a headlock as she was coming up.
And leading with those underhooks is Nwachukwu, going to take her down for 2 right on the edge. Another takedown as it's now 4-0 for Nwachukwu. And she came up with those underhooks off the shot. That's a common setup you see. And just able to drive out of bounds.
You know, I think, you know, as you dig double leg again, as she's coming up here, I mean, it looks like Aycock is kind of loading up and looking for that headlock there. So she's got to be careful, recovering, not just standing straight up with double underhooks. We saw that before with Chavez executing that headlock. So you want to be coming up with your head kind of like, you know, I like to think about when you're coming up, you want the head coming up under the chin versus standing straight up with your chin in the air. If your head's coming up under your opponent's chin, you're going to keep you in a much better position.
They break free, finger fighting there, now wrists for Aycock. Working up to a collar tie is Adaugo Nwachukwu. And a shot from Aycock, single leg, but shallow penetration there. A sprawl from Nwachukwu trying to defend and maybe counter score this position. Tough spot to finish from for Aycock.
Again, recovering off this shot, ready for the re-attack. Don't want to give up a go behind. She's a good job recovering back up to her feet. That was good wrestling.
Yeah, good recovery by Aycock.
Those are huge. You know, you've gotten taken down twice. You take your first shot. It was a good attempt. Didn't quite get there, but she didn't keep her head down. She got her head up. She recovered back up to her feet, and you know, you kind of can start building on that momentum. You got 40 seconds left in the period. It's a really important period point in this match for both girls.
Same
Getting
shot.
a takedown
Head
here
wheel.
is huge, one way or the other way. Now we're back into a match here. Scores in the last 30 seconds are huge going into the break.
Had a mind for a gut wrench, now goes figure forward as Aycock. And just a picture perfect single leg there. Got her head to the outside, quick finish there.
Hit that same kind of inside reach shot before, got stuck. That time she did a good adjustment. As she hit that shot, her head popped out the other way. You know, you talked about a head wheel or rolling your head, getting that takedown.
Just 5 seconds to go here in the first. And one last shot as time expires here. 4-2 Nwachukwu. Last time they wrestled, it was 10-0 for Nwachukwu. So a little bit of progress being made for Yele. She's very much in this match.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that's a really, good, really strong start for Nwachukwu and a really strong finish to the period for Aycock. So I think right now, coaches for Aycock are saying, hey, your shots are working from space. Make sure you're keeping her on the offense. You're going to have to go get a takedown to win this match. Probably 2 takedowns. I don't think 1 takedown is going to do it. And coaches for Nwachukwu is like, hey, let's get back to our offense. Our double legs working. Let's extend this lead and not give her a chance to stay in the match.
Underway in the second period. They're tied up, snapping off that tie is Nwachukwu. Fires off that double you mentioned, David. Comes up around the body, and there's going to be a takedown, extending her lead. 6-4, working for a gun, left side, gets it. Looking for one more. Head touches, and they go back up. 8-2 Nwachukwu after that flurry.
You can't have a better start to the period. Getting started early in the first period, kind of hitting that lull. Feels like Aycock was starting to get the momentum. You come back out, and you could just see her demeanor change. Her fakes were working. She was putting her on the defense, execute the takedown right into the turn. And then now, you know, it goes from a one-score match to now you're in a position where you're building into a tech fall. But you want to keep scoring. You know, Aycock has proven that she can score, and she's been close a couple of times. So Nwachukwu, you know, thinking, okay, I'm building my lead, but I'm building my reputation. I'm going to have to wrestle this girl in the future. I want to keep scoring here.
You saw Aycock trying to work those underhooks, but now it's Adaugo kind of engaging upper body. Looks like an over-under position. Aycock clears out of it. 2 minutes to go here in the second period. It's a 6-point lead for Adaugo Nwachukwu.
I think your mentality switches a little bit for Nwachukwu. You're thinking probably a little more counter offense.
And that's going to be, what are we going to have here? Probably 2, 4 offered. Let's see, 4 confirmed. And just like that, it's 8-6. And we're going to have a brick here. I think probably a good brick. What was your read on that? Was that feet to back?
I don't know. You know, Sammy had a really good viewpoint on that. It's very close. From our angle, it's a little harder to see. So you know, they're going to go and they're going to look at it. They're going to review. It's a good challenge, I think. But now that 4-pointer puts her right back in the match.
Yep.
Big time.
Because it's all 2s for Nwachukwu. So if she were able to get to 8, she would take the lead. And we're going to take a look at it. She kind of throws it to the underhook and able to put her on her side. But let's see, does she
This will be a good angle
here. We got the replay here. On the edge. Man.
I'd say 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Nwachukwu kind of launched herself thinking maybe cartwheel. And I was kind of in the process saying, you know, you're up 8-2, you're thinking counter offense. I don't think you want to be jumping your feet in the air and giving her a chance to 4. You know, a push out on the edge there doesn't beat you, and it doesn't even really close the distance on the match. But even a takedown doesn't. But a 4-pointer now that's a big deal. You know, 4-pointers are going to carry the weight in a tied match. And now, similar to the first period, Nwachukwu came in hot. Aycock made adjustments. Again, second period, the same thing. Made adjustments, and this is going to be an 8-7 match with 1 minute and 46 seconds left.
For Nwachukwu, just staying on her feet and not dropping to her knees, defending that position might be what kept her in that feet-to-back position. We'll see as they're taking a look at it. 4 confirmed. So that's 1 more on top of it for the failed challenge. That's going to make it 8-7. So 1 point for Aycock will put her in the lead, David.
Yep, tied match here goes to Aycock. So you're essentially back to ground zero. You know, both girls going right back to that double underhooks. Gets her, that was a good adjustment.
And they go over under off the double leg from Nwachukwu. 1 minute 30 to go. Plenty of time for Aycock, but also plenty of time for Nwachukwu to build her lead. Aycock continues to attack, but probably needs to clear this upper body position and does.
There's a nice shot. This is what she scored on earlier. Getting her head up, get up to your feet, hide your feet. So careful. So Nwachukwu can post here as long as the post doesn't go behind her back. You want to get your foot on the ground here for Aycock. If this foot's off the ground, she's not going to get the takedown. If she can get her heel down on the ground, she can score, but that was a good adjustment. No takedown.
Nwachukwu able to find that foot, pull it up, and prevent a takedown. It was great position for Aycock for a moment.
Aycock's little inside pick with her right hand. She got a little pick that she's working on, and she got that nice long shot where she wheeled her head, and that time she got up. She doesn't quite finish in time. So that's her takedown. That's what she's looking for. 50 seconds left. It's how can I get to that leg? Even just getting it in the air and running her out of bounds, that puts you in the lead. But getting that takedown gives you a little bit of breathing room. And, you know, I don't think Nwachukwu's going to want to just stand around for 40 seconds because Aycock's proven that she can get to that leg and finish.
35 to go. You see the tactics that unfold here last little bit. Aycock needs 1 point.
And you got to go here. You know, you got 30 seconds to score. You don't want to leave it to where you just got one
simultaneous shot, and it's Adaugo Nwachukwu ended up getting the takedown, extending her lead to 10-7 with 15 seconds to go.
Just a gritty takedown, just kind of staying tough. You know, it's one of those where we both kind of hit at the same time. It's kind of who's going to give in, you know, and Aycock kind of turned down and gave up that takedown. It's likely going to be the match-deciding takedown there.
And now they're on the edge. That's going to be, I think, one more for Nwachukwu, and it is one confirmed on the step out. That all but does it with 2 seconds to go. And not without a fight, Adaugo Nwachukwu, an 11-7 winner here.
These are some great matches so far.
Your winner, Adaugo Nwachukwu.